Hey everybody, Dr. Sanderson here. Welcome to Unit 9, where we're going to be covering social media policies. And this is our last unit before spring break, so I hope you all have a really nice spring break and enjoy your time off. So with this unit, we're going to kind of take a different focus. So far, we've been looking at kind of the external use of social media for organizations, whether that's Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, developing strategy, managing strategy, developing content calendars. So now we're going to actually look at the internal side of social media, and that's kind of monitoring what your employees are doing on social media, or if you're a nonprofit, what your volunteers are doing on social media. And that's become a really big thing. So I remember back in about 2007, so Facebook was just really about a year old, and the company I worked for really started getting interested in what employees were putting on social media. So I was tasked with, pulling up our middle managers on Facebook, and at the time MySpace, and just seeing what they were doing. We didn't discipline anyone for social media, but there were definitely some people who didn't get promotions because of concerns about things that they had been putting on social media. Now, if I fast forward almost 10 years later, if I could go back, I think I would have been a little more forceful in arguing that those things maybe weren't the best indicator of somebody's performance at the job. But one thing about it is that a lot of employers, that perception they make from social media, fair or unfair, is very powerful. So if you look at the announcements and some of the unit resources, all you have to do is Google, person fired for Facebook, person fired for Twitter, employees fired for social media, and you're going to get tons and tons of results. And I think it's just the world we live in now. Whether you're looking for, so I know you all, in terms of your jobs or internships or even graduate school, you expect to be pulled up on social media. Now, even though we're kind of looking at the negative side of it or the management side of it, keep in mind that social media also can really be a difference maker, especially if you're looking for a job in social media or public relations or communications or media. In many cases, if your social media can actually separate you from the other candidates. So I think that's an argument for being strategic and smart with your own personal social media use as well there. So it's a very interesting topic. I love this topic. There's so many ethical kind of implications and things with this topic. So for this unit, there is a discussion forum assignment where you're going to be asked to kind of think through a social media policy. You're going to basically presume that your client company for the final project has asked you to draft a social media policy. And so the discussion forum prompt asks you to talk about some of the things you would include in that policy, as well as your personal thoughts on social media monitoring. And then also you're going to you need to draft a social media policy then for an organization. And that won't actually be due until after spring break. So that'll be due on March 27th. And in the assignment folder for the social media policy, there's some example policies that you can look at to kind of help you formulate ideas. And then just a reminder too that on Sunday, March 13th, your final project milestone number 2 is due, as well as your content calendar. So those two assignments are due this coming Sunday, March 13th. So definitely let me know if you have any questions. I'm really looking forward to your thoughts on this topic. It's a very very hot topic in the worlds of HR and employment law, and there's just a lot of really interesting ways of looking at it. So let's have a great week. Let's finish strong before spring break, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.